What's up, everybody? This morning we are going to talk about what makes a Power Wagon a Power Wagon. So, how does it differ from a normal Ram? It's built on a Ram 2500 platform. But today I'm going to explain how is it unique. What are some of the features that makes a Power Wagon more capable and different from a normal Ram? Stay tuned. First and foremost, what is the purpose of a Ram Power Wagon? Well, the Ram Power Wagon is overbuilt. It is almost military grade, people say. It is very heavy duty, and its main purpose is to be an off-road beast, king, whatever. Obviously everyone has their own opinion and can argue till, you turn blue in the face, but the Power Wagon pretty much from the factory is the best off-road truck you can buy. There's a lot of ones out there nowadays, which is cool. We live in a good era for cars and trucks alike, with a lot of different variations and track cars and drag packs and off-road trucks, whatever. But this is definitely the most extreme with all it has to offer. The purpose of the Power Wagon. Let me just say real quick, this whole video, this pertains to the 2014 and up Power Wagons. The first gen, the third gen Ram, first gen Power Wagon, modern era. They brought it back in 2005. This doesn't apply to that. That was slightly different. So this is for the 2014 and up Power Wagons. You have one sole engine choice. That is a 6.4 liter Hemi. And real quick, before I get into that, the reason it's the Hemi and not the Cummins diesel, like everyone always asks, is because the Cummins diesel is too heavy, for one. It weighs almost 1,000 pounds. It weighs almost double what this engine weighs. We don't want all that weight sitting over the front end. And also, it's longer and requires an intercooler and more cooling, so there would be no room for the winch and some of the off-road essentials that we have on this truck that makes it what it is. So no Cummins, just the 6.4 Hemi, and it's more than adequate for the job. 6.4 liter Hemi has 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. It's a 10-to-1 compression engine. It's obviously lower compression than the SRT applications and the Challenger, Charger, etc. With that being said, it runs on regular gas. Thank God, right? This gets bad enough mileage, we don't want to put premium in it. We got dual runner length intake manifolds, which helps with efficiency and low-end power without sacrificing high-end power, low-end torque, I should say. We got a high-volume oil cooler and oil jets for piston cooling. Stainless steel gaskets, and the valve seats have been upgraded. So this engine is very advanced, very strong, and definitely does the job. Other things to note are we have a 180 amp heavy duty alternator, and we have a Group 65 battery with 750 cold cranking amps, so that's slightly better than a normal battery too. So again, everything, you're reassured everything is very up to the task and heavy duty on this truck. The sole transmission choice is a 6-speed automatic, heavy duty automatic. It's the 66 RFE. I think it's a great transmission, and one thing to note also is it's a column shifted transmission. It's old fashioned. I like it that way. I don't like how most trucks have gone to floor shifters, or even the Ram light duties, the 1500s, have gone to a rotary shifter on the dash. I don't like that. I'm glad this still has a column shifter. And we have a 410 rear gear axle ratio. Excuse me, my inability to talk. And normal Rams usually have a 373, 356, 323, but we have a 410 here in their Power Wagon. To the shifter on the floor, that is for the Borg Warner 4447 2-speed transfer case with a low range ratio of 2.64 and a crawl ratio of 35 to 1. With that being said, we have American Axle Manufacturing 9.25 inch front axle and an 11.5 inch rear axle with an actual 35 millimeter front axle shaft and a 38 millimeter rear axle shaft. So this thing, again, very heavy duty. Those axles, we do have front and rear both electronically locking with electronic actuators, locking diffs. So that's controlled right here in the dash. Again, that is a great feature. Most trucks only have a rear locking diff because they have independent front suspension and not a solid front axle. So again, advantage Power Wagon. Okay, on the Power Wagon, we do have strengthened parts throughout. So we have strengthened torque converter and strengthened steering gear. It is hydraulically power assisted steering with a turning circle of 44 feet. And the wheels and tires, we have 17-inch Alcoa forged wheels. So they're heavy duty, very tough, resistance to scratches and dents. Also, we have 33-inch Goodyear Duratrack tires. They're all-terrain tires, so they have very deep, aggressive tread on them. Slight sidewall tread as well. Good in mud, snow, dirt, gravel, pretty much all conditions. Brakes, we have four-wheel disc brakes. We have 14.2-inch brake rotors in front with 2 piston calipers, and in back we have 14.1-inch brake rotors with 2 piston calipers. So this truck is heavy at 7,200 pounds, but it has very adequate braking, so again, not bad. Into the bread and butter of a Power Wagon, making it above and beyond as an off-road vehicle, the suspension. We have Bilstein gas charge monotube shocks all around, so basically straight up aftermarket shocks compared to a normal Ram. We have 3-link front suspension, so coils. So they feature a disconnecting sway bar, which is activated right here with a button on the dash, and that is obviously engaged most of the time to keep the front end rigid and give you some cornering ability. But if you put it in 4-wheel drive under speeds of 18 miles an hour on the trails, you can disconnect it. So disconnects the sway bar from the frame of the truck, and now you have more flex, more articulation possibility in the truck for going over trails and rock crawling. Also, to do with that 3-link front suspension, Ram on the Power Wagon has what they call articulink, which is basically flexible joints between the control arms and the axles to give you even more articulation. So very complex setup, does very well though on the trails. And in back, we don't have leaf springs anymore. This 2014 and up uses a 5-link rear suspension, kind of similar to like a Jeep Wrangler. So again, better all around. It's still very stiff, so it's a harsh ride, but it's supposed to be a little better ride. Stiff and rigid, a lot of flex. So there's little advantages over the leaf spring suspension, but still able to handle a load. The Power Wagon is capable of 26 inches of suspension travel, so very impressive. I would love to jump this thing sometime. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if I would, but it's definitely capable. We have 14.3 inches of ground clearance, which is awesome. We can go through 30 inches of water. This thing just, what can't this thing do? I mean, it's awesome. And our approach angle is 33.6 degrees, so it's a very good approach angle, with a departure angle of 23.5 degrees and a breakover angle of 25.5 degrees. So pretty solid numbers. Maybe not as good as a Wrangler or something, but again, this is a very big truck with a long wheelbase, but very good for what it is, and very capable. We also have hill descent control, which is activated on here, a button on the dash underneath the climate controls, and hill descent control is very, very awesome. I've used it once. I was in a sand dune type environment on a very steep angle going down. That's where I tested it, and you push that and you control it on the shifter here with the plus and minus. You can control speeds. It's, I think it's anywhere from 1 to 7 miles an hour. The truck literally does the work for you. It literally basically drives itself down a steep grade very steadily, smoothly. You don't have to worry about slipping and tripping up and losing control of the truck. It'll guide itself down a very steep, terrain hill with ease. So that is a great feature on the Power Wagon. And bones, no pun intended, the Ram Power Wagon is a real truck. It's body on frame, not like some of these newer things like that Honda Ridgeline. So we have the ladder frame with high strength 50 KSI steel, 8 separate cross members, and hydroformed main rails, and fully boxed rear rails. The result is a very heavy duty, strong foundation frame, and it's great for towing and payload as well. So win-win. And also, this is a well-rounded truck. You can go anywhere in the Power Wagon. We've talked about that. It's great off-road, but it's a great daily driver. I enjoy it, and it does whatever you need. Remember, this is a work truck at the end of the day too, so you can tow 10,890 pounds, which is great, and the payload's 1,490. So it's a proper 3/4 ton truck. So it's a great truck all around. Finally, the greatest feature of the Power Wagon is, or what the most famous is, the Warn winch. You have a 12,000 pound Warn winch. It's the only vehicle from the factory to come with that. I think it's great. It's essential for off-roading, and it's covered under warranty. You don't have to go out and get one. So 12,000 pound Warn winch, 125 feet of cable. There you go. That speaks for itself. It's awesome. Integrated into the front bumper. Power Wagon, great. That pretty much wraps it up. It is an early morning, so if I forgot anything, I really hope not, but if I did, I will notice in editing and add it in the description. But yeah, the Ram Power Wagon is a great truck. I just thought I'd throw most of the things that make it unique. What is a Power Wagon? Now you hopefully know more than you did before. This truck is pretty standalone. It doesn't really compete with anything. A lot of people throw the Raptor versus Power Wagon out there, and not really. They're both off-road trucks. The Raptor is way different. It's a half-ton. It's a light-duty truck. Definitely designed more for Baja only, high-speed kind of deals like that. When you take this on a trail or rock crawling, the Power Wagon's going to destroy anything. Maybe the Raptor's better on a Baja, I don't know, but they're a little different. Besides those two, I guess there is other off-road trucks, but none of them are quite extreme like this is. So again, it is kind of a standalone in a class of its own. So if you liked, please throw a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and have a great day.